Hell yeah. What's going on, everybody? Welcome. Golly, what is going on? My shit's so fucking whacked over here. Anyways, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to Glick's House of Music right here on the Nonsensical Network. If you're not already, go ahead and check us out. We are everywhere. Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. And don't forget, shows are live Monday through Sunday on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. And you can also listen anytime, any place, wherever you listen to podcasts at all, at the Nonsensical Network or the Nonsensical Network, depending on how, I don't care how you pronounce it. It is what it is. Or simply go to bio.link/nonsensical network. All them links will be there. You know the drill. Give us a follow, give us a like, give us a share if you'd be so kind. We greatly appreciate that. And while you're at that bio link, make sure you check out Beauty and the Beard Creative Corner. Nikki will get you guys all taken care of. If you want some nonsensical swag, got your shirts, your hoodies, your cups. Or if you just want your own personalized stuff, you don't have to get our shit. You can get your shit. Beauty and the Beard Creative Corner. She's on Facebook and Instagram. Hit her up. Let her know what you guys want, and she'll get you all taken care of. I don't know how much anything costs. I'm just here to promote it. That's my job. I did my job. Anyways, welcome to Glick's House of Music. Tonight we are joined, and we're going by Perfect Season. We have Alfonso in the house, I think. Maybe we were running some technical difficulties. We got Alfonso in the house. Yeah, I think it's a killer fucking song, man. I stumbled across them like I do all my artists, purely by coincidence on Instagram, and thought the song was dope, and checked out some of their other music, and it was like, all right, not usually my cup of tea, not necessarily my area of music, but I'm digging what they do. I like their sound. I like them. So I think Alfonso's having some technical difficulties. No worries. When I see him back up down there in the little box on my screen, I'll bring him back up. So yeah, they're definitely a pretty busy band too. By looking at their socials, they look to be doing all kinds of stuff. And I gotta say, man, shout out to Texas. Getting a lot of love from Texas bands lately. So I'm not mad at that. Even though I give you guys a lot of shit out in Texas. But it is what it is. All right. Are you with us, Alfonso? I think he's shy. He might be having some technical. Seen the mic come up, seen the mic go down. Facebook. Mic settings. Okay, he should be good to go. He might just be having some. Feel free to hit me up on the Insta if you need to. Maybe I can walk you through whatever's happening on your end. Real quick, while we're killing time dealing with technical difficulties, give you guys a rundown of the shows here on the network. Monday we kicked the week off with Speedway Stories and Cold Blooded Conversations, hosted by Wally. He's talking all things motorsports and reptiles. Right after Wally on Monday nights is Men Can for Men. It is a men's mental health podcast. It's all things to do with men's mental health. Life, marriage, relationships, kids, finances, jobs, all that fun stuff. It's all there. Tuesdays is Glick's House of Music, this show right here. Wednesdays is What the Fuck News. If it's in the news and it makes us say what the fuck, we're going to talk about it. Thursdays, kind of a blank slate for right now, but we might be working on something. Fridays is Nonsense and Chill. Blaze and Jeff are watching movies and doing all kinds of fun stuff over there. Saturdays is the main event, Nonsense and Chill. Nonsensical nonsense, damn it. That is the cornerstone of the network here. We throw all the rules out the window. It's unhinged, unapologetic. And we do a little thing called the Open Door Challenge. We drop the link in the chatter's box and say, hey, we dare y'all to come up here on the panel with us. We call it the Open Door Challenge. And then Sundays, we wrap the week up with Unnecessary Roughness. It is your sports show for the week, and we are covering all things sports. And when I say all things sports, I mean literally all things sports. You can find all those shows on YouTube and Spotify. So simply go to bio.link/nonsensical network. Give us a follow, give us a like, give us a share. And don't forget to go check out Beauty and the Beard Creative Corner. Now, let's try this one more time. Here we go. Are you with us?
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we got you now.
Okay, cool. Sorry about that.
No worries. Hey, it happens. Trust me. We have had so many technical difficulties in the past that nothing surprises us anymore. We just kind of go with the flow and let it figure itself out, or we're a mad scramble behind the scenes, pushing buttons and clicking keyboards and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show, man. How you doing tonight?
Doing good, man.
We got one of there's four of y'all
Yeah.
in the band. We got one of the four. So
Yeah.
we'll give the other three shit. You're safe.
Yeah. 25% of us are here, so we're good.
Yeah, we'll just give the other three shit. They're not here to defend themselves.
Right.
So definitely appreciate you coming up, man. I do appreciate you guys giving me the opportunity to have you up on my show. You guys look like a busy band. Just looking at your social media with music festivals and stuff like that.
Yeah, we try to. Trying to put ourselves out there more, you know. We have played a lot in like San Antonio, which is like where we're from. So now we're kind of working on like getting out of San Antonio, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So like now we have a show in Houston coming up. So
nice.
Kind of push our way out a little bit more.
Yeah. Hey, man, I gotta say, I think I'm getting a lot of love from Texas. You guys, there's a lot of good music out in Texas now.
Yeah, the music scene is always growing.
Like the last 3 or 4, maybe my 5 interviews, maybe if I'm adding that up right, you guys bands have all been out of Texas, so nice. You guys are definitely. I mean, I've heard that San Antonio has a pretty good music scene.
Yeah, it's mainly, I will say it is mainly like metal, hardcore, and then like you got your country, Tejano and stuff. So being pop punk in San Antonio, it's a little challenging sometimes. We do get booked with a lot of like heavy bands, but those shows are always like so much fun.
I was gonna ask you guys, if it was hard to find your home with being a pop rock. Words are hard. A pop rock band. You kind of just spoke on that.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think once you get into the rock community, period, you're going to get love. I mean, there doesn't seem to be a lot of too much shade, as long as you're within that vicinity. And you guys kick ass at the end of the day. You guys make some good music.
Yeah, thank you.
So I was saying when you were having your issues, pop rock is not necessarily my go-to or quote unquote one of my favorite genres, but I came across you guys on Instagram, like I do all the artists that have been on here, and it was just something that caught my ear. Yeah. And I was like, well, let me go see what else they're doing. Digging what you guys are doing. I mean, there are other bands out there. I guess you could consider like Avril Lavigne and some of the other like Good Charlotte and some of those guys, maybe a little poppy, rocky. And I grew up with those guys. I'm old, so the quote unquote some of the emo rock, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, you guys will find your niche. I'm sure you have a pretty solid fan base. If you guys are playing as much as you are there around your area, I'm sure you got a pretty solid fan base at this point.
Yeah, we've been doing like pretty well. So.
How long have you all been together?
So really we started like right before COVID. So we were playing for maybe like a few months. I joined the band and like after it was already like formed for a little bit. So I came along and then, COVID happened, of course, stopped everything.
Yeah.
And then we had a guitarist at the time, and then so he left. So then what year is it? I guess 2000 like 22, I think it was, when we had like our first show back. Then we got like our current guitarist and our current bass player. So we've been now rocking this like 4-piece for a little bit now.
Has it been you and Jess for the longest?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, so Jess is like really the one that like started the band. And then I came along, and so it's just been like us two have been here the longest.
no. So this is kind of like her little her project, and she's like, let me see, Bonds is
Yeah.
good. This guy's good. This guy's good. We'll bring them all in. Let's
Yeah,
make this happen.
pretty much.
So she's the boss, huh?
Oh yeah.
That's why she gets the free pass to not be here tonight.
Oh no, I'm still gonna give her shit for it, but it's fine.
Don't worry. The guys give me shit around here on the network if I miss a show or if I decide to cancel a show or something like that. They're like, "What? Just because you created it, you think you can do whatever you want?"
Yeah.
I feel that. Do you guys write your music as a group, or are you guys more? Do you have like one person that kind of writes the lyrics, and then you guys get together and kind of form the melody and whatnot?
Yeah. So Jess does like a majority of the writing for like the lyrics and stuff, and like so normally what would happen is she'll maybe play it like acoustically, just like the melody, like simple chord structures, just to kind of like give us the idea of the song. And lately, it's been Tyler, our guitarist, who will actually like take that and more like actually demo it out and create like an actual draft for it, and then kind of send that to like the rest of us, and then we kind of just like pick off that, and then like then we'll get together and like slowly like refine it a little bit more. So that's kind of the process that we've been rocking with, and it's been working well for us.
I was gonna say, as long as it, you find that rhythm that works for you guys, and you guys mesh pretty well and whatnot. I'm assuming you guys mesh pretty well. That we're gonna have maybe one of those down the road, one of those behind the music stories about
Yeah,
in band relationships and breakups, and this is why the band members went and started their own band or anything like
yeah.
that.
Yeah, no, like I said, it's been working great. Like I said, we'll just like kind of go off those demos, and that's when we'll kind of get like ideas. And then once we do get together for like a practice, then we'll be like, oh, okay, I want to try this instead of this, or just bounce ideas off each other.
Nice.
And so that's always fun.
Dude, that. I think that's one of the funnest things. When you are in a group setting or in a like that kind of environment, and it's a creative environment, and you can get everybody together and just kind of sit down and just literally throw shit at the wall and see
Yeah,
what sticks and what happens, and then see what you guys can create with that. It's kind of like just putting a little bit of everything into a blender, and then what comes out, that finished product, sometimes can be
hmm
amazing. Other times it can be what the hell are we thinking?
yeah.
Type deal.
And then like even once we get that, like sometimes when we get into like the studio, is when we'll finally like really nail it down. And then like even like the last time we took a song to the studio, we were still like changing stuff up last minute. So yeah,
Nice. It happens. I from our perspective here on the podcasting world, I can tell you that we have an idea for a show, or we have an idea that we want to do on the show, and we think we have it locked in, and then we hit the live button, and once we go live, it's just like now we're going to pull the curtain back and start problem solving as we're live and tweaking and trying to adjust things so that it works the way that we were originally thinking. So I totally get
yeah.
that, man. And I think that's part of the fun of it. Are you guys all generally from the same area? So,
Yeah, just about like San Antonio's not like huge,
yeah.
So we were at least all close enough to where like meeting up early was okay. Wasn't like too bad or anything. But now actually like half of us live in Houston.
Oh,
Yeah, so me and Tyler actually both live in Houston now, and Justin Carlos are still in San Antonio. So
what is that, about an hour, 2 hours? What's that difference?
it's about like 3.5-ish hours.
Okay, Jesus Christ, so that's got to make it hard for you guys to try to get together and do stuff. And do you guys do a lot of like online
Yeah,
stuff together?
yeah. So actually, even like last night, we had like a band chat just like over FaceTime,
Nice.
where we just talked about like our upcoming shows. We were just kind of bouncing off like merch ideas. Now we're in the era of content, so now we're like, okay, what do we need to make so we can post on TikTok and stuff like that? Because now we got to worry
Yes.
about TikToks and stuff until it gets banned again or whatever.
Yeah,
But
if it does get quote unquote bad, let me ask you guys, because content is key these days.
yeah,
Whether it be reels or the TikTok, trust me, they're necessary evils. I'm not a big fan of social media. For you personally, what are your thoughts on social media?
I mean, I feel like it does have like its place. Like I have
Mhm.
definitely seen it work out for like other bands where like they get that social media attention, so they'll have like a song or something blow up, and that does like
Yeah.
help them. I know for us, we kind of like suck at just making content. At least like we'll have like ideas and like we have like the drive to it, like we want to and like put it
Yeah,
out there, but just actually getting us together and like doing stuff is just
yeah, I get that, man. Um, we run into a lot of that. You hear that, guys? If you're listening, it's okay that you suck at social media, and that I lead, and that I'm a good social media content creator. Because not everybody's good.
yeah.
I gotta give my guys shit, but no. Do you guys find that it is harder to do content? Just a quick 1 minute, 1.5 minute reel or TikTok video, compared to just doing a song, like recording a video for the song.
Yeah. I wouldn't say like harder. It's more just like necessarily like finding the time to do it. So at least like at like the last practice, we had a good amount of just like time in there because
Mhm.
we practiced for like 2 or 3 hours. So we're like, hey, let's get like pictures and some video done
Mhm.
while we're already practicing. So that was that worked out for us. Or like we just played this emo fest on Saturday. So that was another time like, oh, let's get some like live shots and like do
Yeah,
that. Um, so like we find like the little moments like that where like, okay, if we're already doing something, let's just make sure we like,
yeah. You
capture
got
it.
you got built-in content. You just have to grab it.
Yeah.
Valeria says, you guys got now. I am new to your TikTok page. I just discovered your TikTok page today. I think the Instagram page is really cool. So I will be, as a new fan, I will be diving in and checking out you guys' TikToks, and I try to make clips from every show. We all do here.
Yeah.
So as I make clips from this one, I'll be tagging you guys in them and whatnot as well. Um, but yeah, you got that built-in content, man. Why not take advantage of it and
Yeah.
and it takes off some of the workload.
hmm Yeah,
I agree,
exactly. It helps
Blaze.
so much.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, I personally, I don't like social media, but I understand that it is a necessary evil. We got to have it. We have to use it. Same with you guys. I'm
Yeah.
hoping. I'm not the biggest fan of TikTok because I apparently personally get in trouble every time I do anything on TikTok. TikTok has a vendetta against me. I hope that they
Yeah.
don't go anywhere because for a platform for what TikTok does, I think it's extremely beneficial, and they do a very good job with their platform,
Yeah.
especially for entertainers and musicians. Man, there's a lot of musicians on TikTok. If but well, let me put it this way: there's a lot of singers on TikTok. There's not a lot of
Mhm.
actual musicians that are actually putting out music like you guys
Yeah.
are. They do their little 1 minute cover song or something, and maybe they might write a partial song and throw it up there, but then there's nothing after that. So yeah, it's definitely beneficial for you guys and
Yeah.
other bands like you or other artists like you that are actually out there trying to do music. I'm assuming you guys are shooting for this to be a full time gig. You don't want to. You want to get rid of the 9 to 5s if you have them and just do your music.
Yeah, for sure. Like if I could just do music full time, like that's the dream right there.
Oh, yeah.
But
You guys
yeah, I mean,
aren't. aren't too far away from it, you keep getting signed up on all these music festivals and stuff, and especially if you're able to venture out of San Antonio and expand your reach
Yeah.
into different different cities, different states, and whatnot.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, that's the ultimate plan. So
yeah, you guys was it this weekend that you guys uh, were on that fest with Hawthorne Heights?
yeah, it was just this past Saturday. So we did that.
How cool was that? Was
Oh,
that
it's so cool.
was that one of your biggest bands that you guys have had an opportunity to play with
Oh
so
yeah,
far? Or? Nice.
yeah, definitely. That was like just seeing that we were gonna get to like be on a fest with them was amazing. So
Yeah,
opportunity.
man, yeah, you can't beat that. Now I was looking at some of the other stuff that you guys have done so far and coming up, and I'm like, I don't think I recognize any of these bands. And then I seen Hawthorne. I was like, oh, I know them. That's a
Yeah.
pretty big deal. That's a pretty big deal right there.
Yeah.
Did you guys get the opportunity to meet them or hang out with them or anything like that, or pick their brains?
Unfortunately, not. Just because like with the fest, there was so much like going on, so much movement. There just wasn't really like a lot of time like in between all that. But I at least saw them for like their sound check and stuff, which was cool. So that was fun.
Damn rock stars keeping to themselves.
Right?
So when you guys go out and you do these your shows or the fest or anything like that, I love going to music fests.
Hmm.
And I haven't been in a few years like I'd like to go. And I always find, obviously there's the big headlining bands and there's the big bands that you go see, but I always find myself gravitating towards the side stages, the
Yeah.
smaller bands, the local bands, and stuff like that. And even,
Hmm.
even around town, I love going to local shows and
Yeah.
seeing local artists and even upcoming artists that pass through before they blow up. And one of the things that I like about that, especially at the music festivals, is a lot of the bands that are on the side stage, when they're not performing, they're out in the crowd and they're
Hmm.
intermingling and hanging out and meeting people. Are you guys like that, or are you guys more like, let's do our thing and get the hell
Yeah.
out of town?
No, we definitely love like talking with the crowd, trying to engage a little bit. Actually, at the fest, we kind of tried to do like the old Warped Tour thing of getting to the people like in line waiting. So actually, we made about I think it was like 60, 70, maybe like koozies because
Oh,
we knew that they
nice.
were going to be like serving like alcohol and stuff there at the fest. So we just had like koozies made with our logos on them, and then we put like little slips that had like a QR code to like our link tree and like our set time for the fest, and we just put one in each koozie and just as people were waiting in line, we're just like handing them out, talking to them, and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, little self promotion.
Yeah, and then of course, like the whole time, like when we're not actively playing, we are like in the crowd, and because we also want to show support for like the other bands that are playing and stuff. Because especially like at this fest, a lot of them are also like our friends. So we want to be out there and stuff with them.
Yeah, no, I told that's as a fan, that's awesome because you're gonna
Yeah.
remember those moments. Again, it doesn't matter how big or small you are. If somebody's coming to see you, is because they like you, they like your music, and the fact that you guys not only take time out to go hang out, but then you're like, oh, hey, by the way, there's a koozie. Put your beer in that. Keep it cold. Whatever. And
Yeah.
it's got your logo and stuff on it, and it's got all your information. That's fucking dope. Um, I ramble on sometimes so much that I forget my train of thought and where I'm going with things. um, yeah, I totally lost my train of thought. I was going somewhere with that, and I got sidetracked.
Oh yeah, it's all
Squirrel,
good.
squirrel.
Yeah.
I'll bring it back. I'll bring it back around. Then again, it's so important. You're spot on. Yeah. And feel free, anybody who's watching, the chatter's box is wide open, guys. You are welcome to comment. You are welcome to ask questions. Just please don't be vulgar or disrespectful. I'm talking to you, Blaze. But yeah, it totally makes a difference. You know, I've gone and seen some smaller local bands, and you see them at the bar, and you try to interact with them, and you just get totally snubbed, and it's just like, all right, well, I don't care how good your music is. As a person, you're a d bag.
Yeah, because like I don't remember every person that was like nice or cool to me, but I definitely remember those that were like assholes, you know.
Right?
So
Yeah,
it's like those are the ones that are gonna like stick out the most, and like we
yeah,
definitely don't want to be an asshole band, you know.
yeah, exactly. No, that's there's that old saying that you never want to meet your heroes
Oh yeah,
because you hear the stories of, oh man, I was a fan of this band. I really admired them growing up. I wanted to be just like them. Then I created a band, and then we met them at a show, and they were assholes.
yeah.
And it's just like, well, now
And so that's crazy
uh,
to me because it's like it's because of the fans and the people that listen to our music is why we get to do it, and to
mhm,
like treat them like shit. It's like why would you do that?
yeah. For now, and I don't expect you to necessarily speak for the rest of the band here. Speaking of, you know, uh, heroes or people you've looked up to. For you personally,
Hmm.
what were some of the artists or some of the bands that you looked up to growing up, and that kind of helped push you into the direction and where you're going with your music?
Yeah, well, like for me personally, it was definitely a lot of like the older, like pop punk, like Fall Out Boy. Just happen to be wearing a
Nice.
shirt right now,
Yeah.
but like I grew up on Fall Out Boy. Like I love them. So they were a huge inspiration for me. Bands like Mayday Parade, Paramore, um, kind of stuff like that.
Nice. I am a sucker for Paramore. Not gonna
Oh
lie.
yeah, yeah.
I'll tell you what. I heard Paramore, and I had no idea who they were. They just came on the radio one day, and I think one of my younger sisters or something was watching TV. They're watching MTV, and I heard it. And I popped my head around the corner, and I was like, "And who is this young lady?"
Yeah.
And I've been sold ever since. I'm like, yeah, she's got a great voice. She's cute as a button, and the band kicks ass. I've seen them once at a fest, and they were awesome.
Oh yeah.
They
They're
were
so
great.
good live.
And Fall Out Boy is another one of those bands that phenomenal musicians, kick ass songs.
Mhm.
I might be more of a pop rock band than I thought I was.
Yeah.
I don't really break it down like that. It's just like, man, it's rock music, at the end of the day,
Yeah.
to me. Um
Yeah. Fall Out Boy was definitely one of the ones that like got me into music like early on.
mhm.
I just remember like being in the car with like my mom and then like coming up on like on the radio, and I was like, "What is this? Like, who is this?" Like, I already love it. And then
Mhm.
from there, it just they were my gateway into emo. So
Yeah, man, holy crap, maybe it wasn't just a phase.
yeah,
I'm probably more emo than I think I am. It was just, if it wasn't for the fact that my fiance would kill me, I'd start wearing my hair like this. You're too old for that. Knock it off. Um, Now I actually have a very good friend of mine who's a musician, and he did a cover. He does everything, but EDM is kind of his style. But he did a cover of "Misery Business," Paramore's, and absolutely killed it. And I think she reached out to him after he did it, and
oh
and and told him how awesome it was. I think that was the artist that. I think it was Haley. The guy's done so
nice,
many damn songs you can't keep track of it. But I think
yeah,
I remember him and I talking about it. I'm like, dude, how cool is that? Because it's not even you're like you made it your own style and you got
mm.
recognition for it. So
Yeah, that's awesome.
Emma asked, she'd love to know what y'all are working on and what's the vibe.
So right now we're kind of working on our like next run of like singles. So we have 4 or 5 maybe that we're like currently like demoing, slowly bringing them to practice, working on them, trying to refine them. So yeah, that's it. Mainly the singles. That way we have a few releases that we can like put throughout the year, and then
Nice.
into next year and stuff. So we don't have any like dates or set or anything yet for those. But yeah, new music's definitely in the works.
Hell yeah. Emma says, Elder emos everywhere. I didn't even realize I was emo, but I might have been more emo than I thought I was. I'll just say it. Watch out
Yeah.
now. So I haven't listened to it, and I was gonna ask because I seen it. Um, because I got stuck on a couple songs. I love the new song that you guys just in the end. I love that, and I love and I've been listening. See, this is my problem. I find songs that I really like, and I like Fight or Flight,
Oh yeah.
and I've been listening to them, and it's like I really do need to go through the rest of the catalog. But I seen the Katy Perry. I didn't know if that was like a tribute thing to Katy Perry or is that a cover? Did you guys do a
Yeah,
cover
it's
of
just like a little
Katy?
bit of yeah, it's a cover. We actually haven't played it in a while, but that was actually done before like even I joined the band.
Oh wow.
Um, but yeah, it is just a fun little cover. We played it a few times. We have actually thought about bringing it back recently, so maybe we'll do it. But it is fun.
Sometimes I joke around with some artists. There's some songs and some artists that you just don't mess with,
Hmm.
and then sometimes you're like you see an artist cover a song and it's just like, oh, I don't know if you should have done this, and then you listen to it and you're just like blown away. I'm like, holy crap! I've had a couple artists on here that I've interviewed that I've had to recognize appropriately because they've done cover songs that I didn't think anybody would be able to touch the original, and they absolutely just smash it. And I'm not saying Katy Perry is one of those people because she's
Uh,
not by no means. You feel cover away
yeah.
at the end of the day. But I think when bands do cover songs, especially when they do a cover and kind of make it their own and don't try to completely 100% replicate or copy the original artist is really cool to see
Yeah.
and hear. So I'll definitely be listening to that. I'll probably be listening to Teenage Dream tomorrow when I'm at the gym. So there we go.
Nice. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a great workout song right there.
Yeah. What are you listening to? Teenage Dream. It wouldn't be the worst thing I've ever listened to when I'm at the gym, to be 100% honest. So,
Oh,
but no, that's cool. So are you guys, you said you got singles coming up and whatnot. Are you guys focused more on the singles aspect as opposed to maybe putting an album out, or is the album just a little bit down the road for you guys in the future?
yeah, I think currently singles just work out a little bit better for us, especially being a smaller band. That way it kind of just pushes stuff out throughout the year for people to listen to. Because I know most people nowadays they're not going to listen through an album fully. I do because I love music and I want to hear the full album. But
Mm-hmm.
just people just aren't like that nowadays. Especially when it comes to like streaming and stuff like that. So yeah, the singles have been working well for us. So that's our focus right now. Like slowly put out singles over time, and then like eventually maybe put them together like on an EP or something. But that's definitely later on.
That seems to be excuse me, the quote unquote format that a lot of artists and a lot of new artists and bands are starting to do is just flood the market with singles
Yeah,
and then down the road, and it seems to be working. I mean, now don't get me wrong, I don't know how old you guys are. I'm 43, so
uh,
I
I'll
grew up.
be 30 this month
Yeah,
actually.
okay, yeah. So I grew up in a music era where we look forward to albums, CDs, tapes, and stuff to come out. We
Yeah,
love the singles. When they would drop the singles, you get the cassette with the one or two songs on it, and you get the CD with one or two songs on it. But if artists are good and they write good music, I'm the type of guy who will go buy an album and I'll listen to it front to back. You know,
Mhm.
but at the same time, with this, we call it a new generation of musicians and artists. What you guys are doing with these singles is basically the equivalent of an album. We just don't have to wait as long.
Yeah.
You know, because if you're doing 9, 10 singles and you're pumping them out in the 2 to 3 month period or 4 month time period, it's the equivalent of an album at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But you're getting a lot more, and that benefits you guys in this day and age of social media
Mhm.
because unfortunately we have become a society of short attention spans. So
Yeah. Yeah. And that's kind of like what we did previous to like even like on our last EP. It was mainly a collection of like the singles we had, except for maybe I think two of them hadn't been released. So other than
nice.
those two, like everything on that EP, had already been out. So I
Yeah.
think that might be the goal for this one. Not entirely sure. Um, but yeah, the singles definitely, just work out. It's just, in that age that we're in now.
Yeah. Well, and you gotta find out what works best for you guys at the end of the day. And
Yeah.
the more the more you're playing, whether it's festivals or live shows in general, and getting your music out that way. Not only that, but you know, you are also have that opportunity to get your socials out there,
Yeah.
so people can get those snippets and those grabs of new things fast and in a hurry, as opposed to waiting. Because I
Hmm.
used to be a killer, man. I'll tell you what, I hated some of my favorite bands. It would take 5 years to put an album out.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you doing, guys? You're killing me. I've
Hmm.
already wore this album out 3 times, and I say album because I'm old, but but
Yeah.
you know, so it's nothing wrong with it. I actually kind of dig it, and it works for this younger generation here.
Hmm.
Um, I'm over here trying to do something as we talk as well. And we started talking about that Katy Perry song. So now it's like, now I'm going to go grab it real quick because we might take ourselves a little break and play it because,
All right. Yeah. Sounds good.
but, so outside of the music stuff, do you guys, uh, that's 100%, 100% TikTok, your vines, your reels. Yeah. You blame them for the short attention spans. It's tough. Uh,
Hmm.
you gotta when you got somebody's attention now, you gotta grab it and keep them. Like
Yeah.
don't go anywhere, stay right here. And that's where that creating content aside from the music and showing them, it also gives you guys an opportunity to show people a different side of
Yeah.
you. And that's this kind of one of the things that I really love about this show and doing this show is because yeah, we can come up here and you know ask all the questions and whatnot like that, but it's also nice when we get to just see a different side of you guys and hang out and kind of chill and just shoot the shit.
Mhm.
Which
Yeah.
leads me into when you guys aren't doing music. Whether do you guys hang out a lot outside of doing music, or do you guys just kind of all do your own separate thing?
With us being like separated in different cities now, it is a little bit harder. We did try to hang out a lot, like when we were in San Antonio. But yeah, now that we're separated, it's a little bit harder. So, but yeah,
You
we do
guys have
try
a
to at
lot.
least like get together.
Nice. Do you guys have a lot of the same interest outside of music, where you guys can go like do whatever, or is it just are you? No, I mean I'm assuming you guys all
Mm.
have your own different personalities. Obviously, we're not all the same. Otherwise, how fun would life be? But do you guys have
Yeah,
a lot of similarities where like go golfing or something, or frisbee golf, or whatever?
yeah. I mean, I would say so. I mean, like for me, I'm definitely more of like the nerdy side. I'm not gonna go out and like play sports, but like, uh, I'm like super into like Pokemon and Magic and like actually like playing the TCG.
Yeah,
And
okay.
our guitarist Tyler, he's also like pretty into it. So even like at the at the festival, at our merch table, me and him were just playing a game of Commander, just like while we were there.
Nice.
So like for me, that's like at least like personally, that's one thing I like to do is like I'll go out and actually like go to tournaments when I can and like try to do like that stuff.
Nice. Total nerd. I was going to ask you,
Yeah,
what do you, as I
actually,
say this?
I have this whole Pokemon set up right
Nice.
here behind me. It's full of like plushies and cards and stuff I spent way too much money on.
Tiffany said the Pokemon poster in the background is dope.
Oh yeah, gotta have the Pokemon poster.
Nice. uh my extent of knowledge with Pokemons are Pokemon Go back in the day.
Oh yeah,
On the phone, and
I still play it. So
I think I just deleted it maybe 6-7 months ago. I hadn't played it for a hot minute. I used to live down in Charleston, down in South Carolina when that game first came out. And the cool thing about Charleston was like every historical landmark was a Poke Gym or Battle Zone or whatever you call them. And literally every building in downtown Charleston is a historical landmark.
yeah.
So I could just go through and collect shit all day long. And then because of the area, they had a lot of the hard to find Pokemons or whatever. I don't know. So it was like, I don't know. My kids knew more about it than I did. I'm just like, I just enjoyed throwing the ball at them, and then there's a couple that I thought were really cool when you evolved them. There was the big dragon. What's his name? Charizard, and and then
it's like everyone's favorite.
Mew was pretty badass, and then or Mewtwo or whatever. And then there was that little fox looking thing that, as it evolved, turned into like a big fire looking thing. I don't know what it was called, but it was just cool as hell looking. So I don't know nothing about. I don't know. What up, Jeeves? What do you think about? Oh, Jesus, come and talk to me Saturday about that, or we can talk about it tonight. I don't really care. We're gonna talk about it tomorrow too. Fucking Beyonce winning the country album of the year.
Yeah. I don't really listen to country, so I have no input on that. But
yeah, come talk to me tomorrow night or Saturday night, Jeeves, because I got a lot to say on that. I won't voice my opinion unless we, maybe in the next week or so, we might be doing a mixtape here on Glick's House of Music, and Blaze and I can dive into that. Are you into Magic Kingdom card?
I'm assuming that's like the Disney Lorcana stuff. I did try playing it. Wasn't really my thing, so no, not really.
Yeah, I don't know anything. I dated a girl a few years back that was into D&D, and she tried to explain it and tried to get me to, and I'm like, I don't know what's happening here. I'm sitting in a basement with a bunch of dudes in their 30s, and they've got a wizard cave, and one guy's dressed like a freaking jester from medieval times. I'm not trying to be mean, but I don't know what's going on, guys. I mean, can I die? How do I die in this game? And then the wizard was like, if you die, I have a resurrection level 12 spell that I can cast and bring you back. And I'm like, I don't want you to. I don't know what's happening here.
I just want to die and then be left to rest in peace.
I just want to go play Call of Duty. All right. Oh, you like video games? You should. And there was one game, I can't remember what it was called, like Neverwinter or something like that I kind of got into just because they showed me how to build this character that I guess they call a tank, and basically it just went and fucked everything up and was hard to kill. And I'm like, this is what I'm talking about. I just want to destroy shit.
Just going around smashing everything.
Yeah, it's just I don't know anything about that stuff. It's not my world. I know there's a community for it. The Pokemons and the what is that one game? I see it on TikTok all the time. Like these dudes have like these massive arm things,
Yeah,
and
that's
they've got all the cards.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's
Man,
Yu-Gi-Oh. That's like the little dual disc.
yeah, I don't know what's going on, but them sons of bitches when they're live on TikTok, if I don't sit there and watch it for an hour, just like I have no idea what's going on, but I'm fully freaking entertained by it because he's like, and then it's like these cards. I'm in. I don't know what you're
Yeah,
doing, but
they
I'm
go
in.
like full anime mode with it and stuff.
Yeah, they get real serious and they call out their cards and their attacks and they're super serious. And I'm like, all right, I just wish you guys were in the same room so I could watch you actually fight. Like, because I think
Yeah.
if you were in the same room, you'd start duking it out. She did, yeah, she did just a country album. She's got more problems she needs to worry about than buying a Grammy. Gengar, is that Gengar? Is that a reference to that?
That's Gengar. It's like one of the greatest Pokemon ever.
Hey,
He's
I
just
gotta
my
take your
favorite.
word. What is it? What's it look like?
Oh.
Oh, you got one. I know you got one back there. If he's your favorite, you got one.
Yeah, this guy right here. This is Gengar.
Oh, I know that guy. I mean, I don't know him, but I know him.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I just love him. Ghost type Pokemon, the best.
I was gonna say, yeah, he's like a little ghost like thing. He kind of reminds me of the Super Mario Brothers little ghost. I can't remember which Mario brother, but when you were in the castle, like a little ghost would float through the screen. Again, maybe I'm just aging myself here ridiculously. If perfect season was on a stranded island, what resource do you think each band member would be, and who would lose first?
Oh man, ooh, that's tough. I feel like we would all probably bring an essential item, and then we would all also forget it somehow.
So what you're saying is you had a plan, but now you're on the
Yeah.
island and you're all screwed. So somebody's going to get eaten. Who's the first to get eaten?
Me, because I'm the bigger dude, and so I probably will taste the best to carnivorous animals or whatever.
It gets weird on the Nonsensical Network sometimes.
Yeah. Or because Jess is so little, I could probably pick her up and just throw her at whatever's chasing us. Take the girl.
Or use her as a weapon.
That too.
Either bait or a weapon, either or. I'm just saying, somebody's got to have some kind of survival background in your guys' band, and maybe a little country in them. Maybe grew up on a farm, or you guys are from Texas. Yeah. Come on, you got to have some kind of survivalist instincts in you. One of you do.
Yeah, someone's got to be able to do it. We have 2 electricians in the band, so if they can do all that difficult stuff, they can find a way to build a fire. I know I wouldn't be able to do it.
Nice. Carlos, Call of Duty. Oh, dude, I got both the Call of Duty mobile and Warzone. That's somehow linked up to my Call of Duty on my Xbox. I'm great at Call of Duty mobile, but if you could choose any band, what would be your dream band for perfect season to open for?
Oh, for me, probably like Mayday Parade.
All right.
Yeah.
That's
definitely one that's like on my bucket list.
Nice. Well, you can pick for the other 3. They're not here either. They're not here. So they don't. Their opinions don't matter.
Oh man.
So you can say for the whole band it would be Parade.
Yeah, for everyone's gonna pick Mayday Parade, definitely.
Yeah, there you go. Don't worry, I got your back. Don't worry about it. I play PUBG from time to time. I have that on my phone. King Boo. Is that who I was thinking of? Or is that what that
thing? Oh, yeah, from Mario?
Yeah, King Boo, yeah. Oh, man, it's been so long since I played Mario. No, I'm going to go spend money I don't need to spend. I better. How tall is Jess? I was kind of wondering the same thing. She's a tiny little thing.
Oh yeah, she's. We actually just talked about this at the fest. Uh, I think like just under like 5 feet. I could be completely making that up,
Uh, yeah,
but I
she's
think.
she's a she's a tiny little thing, but man, she's got a voice on her. She got a big old voice on her.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I ain't mad about it. She has a phenomenal singing voice, and I'm always amazed at you see these just tiny little women, man, and then they got this monster voice that comes out of them. So where the hell did that come from? Like, where are
Yeah.
you hiding that at?
Yeah. It's just all just like slowly building up, but she's
Yeah.
yeah definitely a powerhouse with the vocals.
Mm-hmm. You need possums or raccoons? Hey, man, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. What's going on with you, brother?
I couldn't eat them. They're so cute.
I mean, there's not much cute about a possum.
Okay, yeah, okay. I would definitely pick the raccoon over the possum.
Yeah, raccoons are very cute animals. I mean, for being little trash panda ninjas,
Yeah.
and you know, localized terrorism at, in some cases, raccoons are very cute little animals. Possums, however, not the cutest creatures in the world. Probably not the smartest animal to eat, but I hear they're delicious.
Yeah, I'm
No,
sure
I
if you
never.
cook it right. Yeah.
Yeah, hit that like, smash, and subscribe, and and Glick's bell. Yes, please flick my bell. If your band had a mascot, what would it? I love when you guys get interactive as hell in the chat. Keep it up. Makes my job so much easier. If your band had a mascot, what would it be?
Oh man, I don't know. I don't know about like a mascot. If I think of like, because I think of mascot, I think of like a school mascot or something like that.
Yeah.
But I know, at least for like something visually we've been using is like this girl that's on like most of like our album covers, which we don't have like a name for her. We just call her the girl.
The girl.
So
Nice. It's the
maybe our
girl.
fans can get together and decide a name for her or something.
There you go.
But
Yeah, there you go, man. Just put it in the fans' hands, man. You never dude, the fans will come up with some of the craziest stuff and craziest that are just names, and some of it probably not PG, probably
yeah,
not suitable for work, but share
yeah.
us with your
Maybe we'll
Gmails
just put it
too.
out there and be like, y'all try to come up with a name for her or something.
Yeah,
And we'll go by something.
give the girl a name.
Yeah.
Again, go listen to Teenage Dream. Homecoming Queen is great too. Well, here in just a couple minutes, I think we're going to take a real quick little break. And because we were talking about it, and because you guys in the chat are hyping it up, and now my curiosity's peaked, and my curiosity gets the best of me a lot. I'm not going to lie. So we'll take a break here in just a few minutes, and we're going to listen to it right here on the show.
Cool.
Possums ain't cute. A little bit greasy, maybe, but not cute. They are. They are some disgusting. Calling a possum greasy is crazy. Again, have you ever seen a possum? They are nightmare fuel at the end of the day. Who would survive the longest? Oh man, whoa man. Yeah. I love horror movies. So who would survive?
I'd say Tyler would survive because he probably like would be the one to come up with like an actual plan, and I think either me or Jess would definitely be the first to go, and then Carlos will survive with Tyler for a bit. But yeah, ultimately Tyler's the survivor, definitely.
Oh man, that was that was name the girl possum. There you go. Name the girl possum. Possum is a lovely name. See, okay. See what happens when you leave it up to Tyler. Absolutely. See. Okay, so I got this picture up behind me of the four of you guys, and and I tell you what, one of the hardest things to do for me for a band is pick music or pick a picture, because it's like, what if I pick a picture and somebody in the band is no longer there, or if I pick a song and it's like, that's a great song, but she hasn't sang for us in 5 years. Well, son of a bitch. so on a picture, which one's Tyler and which one's Carlos? That we got up there behind us.
Carlos is all the way to the left, and then Tyler is in between Jess and me.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Tyler looks like, and I don't mean this as an insult. This is just what Tyler reminds me of. He looks like a mechanic that would be working at a gas station. You know, you pull up at like a at the beginning of the horror movie when you pull up at the old gas station and the gas station attendant / mechanic comes out. He's like, well, you don't want to go down there. You should go down here and take a left. You guys don't listen, and you go down the road that he told you not to. And so I agree. Yeah, I can see Tyler being the survivor.
Yeah. He's definitely the most like logical thinker in the band. So
yeah. That would be impossible. I'm just saying. I don't know. Again, they're not here to defend themselves. They're in the chat. We can just ignore them. This is why he would. Right? I'm telling you. Like he yeah. Yeah. 100%. I see why he's the survivor.
Mm.
He grew up
knows for sure.
Like,
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, he like grew up on a farm working on tractors and slaughtering cow and stuff like that. Stupid kids. Yep, going the wrong way. Big old line of chewing tobacco spits it out. The wrong turn. No. You guys are awesome tonight in the chat. Let's take a real quick break because, like I said, my curiosity has got the best of me. You guys have hyped it up. Fonz here has hyped it up, and let's give it a little listen and see if you guys. I mean, again, it's Katy Perry. I mean, to be honest, in that world of that genre of music, she's a dime a dozen.
Yeah.
So maybe you guys made it better.
Hopefully.
So this is your guys' cover of Katy Perry's Teenage Dream, and we'll be right back here in just a couple minutes.
You think I'm pretty without any makeup on. You think I'm funny when I tell the punchline wrong. I know you get me, so I'll let the walls come down. Calm down. Before you met me, I was alright, but things were kind of heavy. You brought me to life now. Every February, you'll be my Valentine. Let's go all the way tonight. No regrets, just love. We can dance until we die. You and I will be young forever. You make me feel like I'm living a teenage dream. The way you turn me on, I can't sleep. Let's run away and don't ever look back. Don't ever look back. My heart stops when you look at me. Just one touch, now baby I believe this is real. Let's take a chance and
Hell yeah. I'm digging it. I'm out there in the kitchen. I was getting me another drink. Got a little Pepsi, dancing around, bebopping around.
Yeah, no,
Bopping
it's
around
definitely
in
a fun one.
Yeah, man. You guys should totally bring that back. I would love to see you guys make a video for that. That would be pretty dope if you guys decided to bring that back and did a video. Definitely a nice cover, man. I like that.
Yeah,
Really,
thanks. Appreciate that.
really kind of showing Jess's voice off on that one, man.
Yeah, and what's crazy is that like I'm pretty sure like when she did that, she was only like 16 or 17. Like she was still like young when she did that.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
So imagine if we do it now and like
Yeah. Oh yeah.
yeah,
She's
it's gonna be so good.
She's matured a little bit. She's grown up. Her voice has probably matured a lot more. Oh yeah, it makes it even more impressive. Well, he said he was just listening. Hey, I know because you're watching the show, so you were just listening to it. Dope ass sound. Tiffany asked what the songwriting process is like for you guys. Oh, we talked about it a little bit earlier, but
Yeah, you touched on it. But yeah, it's mainly just just writing like the lyrics and like the melody, getting it together. She'll send it to Tyler, who then like will demo it out, put like some drums, some bass, like actual guitars behind it, and kind of like structure it a bit more. And then sends it to the rest of the band, and then we kind of just take it from there. All practice it, kind of like on our own and stuff. And then we'll just like come together as a band, actually practice it, and kind of then bounce ideas off, change up parts a little bit. Even like sometimes like playing it live. Like we have an unreleased song called Knocks Out 9 that we've been playing at a few live shows.
yeah.
And even like still like at those past few shows, like I've changed up maybe a couple parts. Like, oh, let me try like this snare pattern instead. And like so even now, like up until the release date, we're pretty much refining it until we get it to how we want it to be.
When you guys play the unreleased stuff, do you kind of go off of that feedback or that reception that you get from that live audience, that live crowd, as far as if you want to pursue it and push it out, or do you're going to push it out regardless?
Yeah, I mean, I say for the most part, it is definitely like we still want to put it out, but like, if the crowd's maybe not feeling like, okay, well, maybe let's think about releasing this song first, and then so we'll try this one out instead. See, like, what they're vibing with and stuff. But I mean, for the most part, like it's worked out every time we've like played like a new song. It seems like people are getting into it and stuff. Like even before we played or released In the End, we had been playing it for maybe like 8 months. So like it was already like in our set list like for a while. People were vibing to it already. So yeah, it's kind of worked out for us like that.
So I guess I could have asked this early on. Now I'm just assuming, just going off of what you said. So you're the drummer in the band, correct? What's Tyler play?
So Tyler is our guitarist. Carlos does bass, and of course Jess is vocals, and then I do drums and like the backup vocals and stuff.
Jess, if you're listening, you broke the cardinal rule. You never send the drummer to do anything alone. They are not to be left unsupervised.
Yeah, I could have just been making all of this up as I went along, and no one's here to defend the band.
Yeah, exactly. The drummers are usually the wild cards, man. But don't worry, you're right at home here on the Nonsensical Network. We love a wild card.
Oh, hell yeah.
So you can come here anytime. But just
nice.
Don't leave the drummer unsupervised. They're always, God, I love a drummer, man. Drummers are like, when you go to a show, they're usually the ones that you just behind their kit, just going ape shit, doing the weirdest shit. Sometimes.
Yeah.
So it makes no damn. The guitar player and bass player, yeah, they're gonna do their thing, but sometimes you look back at the drummer and he's hanging upside down playing the drums in a Speedo, and it's like, why? What's going on back there? But
yeah.
So Tiff asks your drum setup. What's it like, and has it changed over the years? Do you play around with that with your setup and what you like, what you don't like, or what you prefer?
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, it's been the same since I've started drumming. Simple four-piece kit, ride, two crashes, hats. I've always been on the fence about like adding like a China cymbal, just because like they're not my favorite, but they are fun for like like a little breakdown or just like quick accents and stuff.
Yeah. Do you?
But for the most,
Oh, good.
sorry. Yeah, I was just gonna say, but for the most part, it's been the same. Yeah, just basic pop punk kit that you'll find at like every band.
Yeah, I was just say, as you guys grow and you guys get bigger, do you have like aspirations to get like one of them bigger, elaborate drum setups, or are you just going to keep it simple for as long as you can?
Probably keep it simple, but more because I'm just lazy and load-ins suck. So it's like I definitely don't want to be bringing in like a just ton of gear that takes forever to set up.
Well, eventually you guys will probably break out, get big enough to where you can have somebody else do that. But I respect your honesty.
True.
I'm lazy, dog. I'm lazy as shit, dog. I don't want to carry all that.
Like the least amount I can stuff in my car and then unload it, like the best.
There you go. Hey man, I can respect the honesty. Nah, I'm lazy. And keep it as I say all the time. Keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah. I had a big kit at one point where I had like 2 rack toms, 2 floor toms, maybe like 4 crashes, a China, like. But then it was just like all over the place, and it was like I felt like I wasn't as tight, playing with everything so spread out like that.
You almost need a damn U-Haul to get all that stuff to the spot, to the venues and everything like that. Mm-hmm. Emma asks, she says, how would you describe your sound, especially as things develop?
Yeah, I say definitely more like early 2000s pop rock. We've been told that our music sounds like it should be in like a like early 2000s like rom-com. So I've heard that comment a lot.
Yeah, or like one of those teen movies,
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. I can definitely see that. I was gonna say not another teen movie, but that was a parody of the teen movie.
Yeah. So we definitely try to kind of shoot for like that early 2000s vibe.
Nice.
But
hey man,
maybe just like a little more modernized.
There you go. And I'm sure, compared to where you guys were, 5 years ago, 4 years ago to where you guys are today, I'm sure your sound has changed. And that happens as you guys grow up and as you guys mature and as you guys really form that bond as a band. I mean, I'm sure your guys' sound has changed some, and maybe it's only changed enough to where you're, like your true diehard fans are going to go, ooh, or a music lover is going to go, ooh, I listened to this song from 4 years ago and now this new one, and you can see the difference, which is part of the process of growing as a band.
Because like even like adding my vocals is like still pretty new. We only did that maybe about a year ago. So because at first it was just Jess on vocals, and then we kind of just wanted to do like a back and forth thing for Never Gonna Change, which we released last year.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was like the first time I sang like on anything.
Wow.
I'd never done singing and stuff like before. And like it just seemed to like people liked it, our producer liked it, so we're like, let's just kind of keep this going. Seems to work. So
did you know you could sing, or did you ever want to sing, or did you just want to let me play my drums and leave me alone?
Like I always kind of wanted to sing, but it's like I always never felt like I had that,
Mm-hmm.
But then I was told like at least for like the pop punk and emo stuff that my voice kind of like fits for that. So I was like, well, that's what I play, so perfect.
What a quinky dink is what I do.
So like I'm not gonna go up and like karaoke like a country song or anything, but at least in like our music it seems to work. So
hey, that at the end of the day, that's all that matters. I mean, as long as it works for what you guys do, and You're not trying to do anything crazy or anything like that. You're like, this
Yeah.
is my lane. I'm gonna
And then
be
like
in my
just me
lane.
and Jess's vocals seem to just like work well together. So like, yeah,
Hey, you can't beat that.
yeah.
Carlos said, "What is your what's your favorite venue?"
Ooh. Hmm.
You guys are beating me to a lot of my questions, just so you
Yeah.
know.
My favorite venue would probably be the Rock Box in San Antonio, just because we probably like played there like the most,
Mhm.
and so like we actually know quite a few like the like just people that work there. Where like just they're always like super chill. Um, they're just like the nicest security guards you're ever gonna meet. Um, but yeah, it's always fun there. Treat us really well.
Oh, yeah.
It's big enough to where like it can hold a crowd too, which is always great.
Hell yeah. Do
And
you
yeah,
have a dream venue somewhere that you would love to play one day?
for me would definitely be was it the Red Rocks amphitheater, because I've been like seeing that like everywhere. I'm like, oh, it just looks so pretty. It looks so nice. Like
Yeah,
I would definitely love to actually be in there and play that.
that's a bucket list venue for me to go see see a show at. That just looks
Yeah,
like it would be. It's Red Rocks is awesome, and I hear that a lot from people. Man, I want to play Red Rocks. The older generation. I remember growing up hearing some of my favorite bands, and depending. And this is kind of went across all boards, all genres. Was everybody wanted to play Madison Square Garden?
oh yeah,
Some of the country artists wanted to play Grand Ole Opry. When they were asked that question, like, where's your dream? I want to do Grand Ole Opry one day, or different venues like that, or they have that giant amphitheater in Sydney, Australia, which
oh yeah,
and it's funny how it's changed, where people are, Red Rocks, which I mean, again, like you said, it's beautiful out there. Oh man,
yeah,
we go out there for the scenery. Not to mention, I've seen shows on TV, like concerts on TV that they've done out there, and it sounds amazing.
yeah,
They got their own little, it's got its own built-in acoustics and all that stuff. So,
yeah.
I mean, like I said, you guys could be there one day, man. That's the fun thing about doing this show is after talking with you guys and meeting you guys and whatnot. I stay following you guys, and I love watching the artists grow and continue to do their thing and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe one of these days on that Instagram, you might be putting a flyer up there playing Red Rock.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah. See your name up there. That'd be nice.
Mm-hmm. Tippy asks, what's the hardest song in your set to play?
Ooh. That's a good question. Probably usually the song we end with is Everything Happens for a Reason. And I say that's probably the hardest one because by the end of the set I'm just out of energy, really. Like, and that's probably like the most like pop punk sounding song that we have. So it's definitely like it's a little bit faster, it's heavy just like on the crashes and stuff. So yeah, usually by then that's when I'm like, oh yeah, I'm tired now.
I'm ready. I'm ready to.
Excuse me.
I'm ready to end this.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Legally Blonde soundtrack. When?
Yes.
When you guys do a show, do you guys do mainly all original stuff, or do you have covers that you do on a regular basis that you guys like to throw in there or anything?
Yeah, for the most part it's all originals. We have thrown in a cover like every now and then, or maybe like if we just need to like extend a set time. Because right now because we play with like the backtracks and stuff of like whatever we can just replicate live.
Mm-hmm.
So it is pretty set like in Ableton. So we have like our structured like 30-minute set. But like if we do need to like extend it for any reason, then maybe we're like, okay, think of a cover. So yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's Cheddar's Box has been great co-host tonight. Yeah, man, I'm loving it. I'm loving the chat going wild tonight, man. You guys are on fire. Feel free to come back anytime. Y'all are welcome here anytime.
Yeah.
You guys are awesome. I love it. See, what's your drink? What's your go-to drink after a show?
Oh man. If I'm drinking at the show because it's so expensive, I usually just stick to like beer.
There
So
you go.
I love like a good Lone Star or a Shiner, Texas beers.
Yeah, Texas. I'm a Texas boy. I only drink Texas beers. God damn it!
Yeah.
Don't mess with Texas.
Right. If I'm just like at home or chilling, I am definitely like a whiskey person. So like I love a good like whiskey Coke.
Yeah. Okay. Nice. Ain't nothing wrong. Classic right there. Classic, traditional. And I mean, I would swap out a Pepsi for a Coke, but I'm not a Coke guy, so
Yeah.
That was always my go-to back in the day. After a long day at work or something, come home, have 2 or 3 Jack and Pepsis or Southern Comfort or something like that.
Yeah.
And just kind of unwind from the day and kick my boots off and what do we do the rest of the night? Type deal.
Yeah. But now if it's like a summer show, then I'm like, all right, give me the coldest, like fruitiest drink you got. Like you got something with coconut in it? Like what is that? Like coconut rum with like crushed pineapple?
Like a pina colada or something like that.
Yeah.
You mix 2 of the most terrible flavors on the planet together, but whatever.
Oh, no,
I'm not going to judge. Coconut and pineapple. I know. I'll be careful. I know there's some pineapple lovers out in the audience. I'll mind my tongue. But I already got yelled at last time. I spoke illy of the mighty pineapple, so I won't do it again.
Pineapples.
Yeah, not a fan. Hey, what's going on, Arliss? How you doing, brother? Yeah, I every once in it's been a hot minute, but every once in a while I do enjoy a nice, like ice cold, a little fruity drink, watermelon, strawberry, something like that. Every once in a great while, like if I'm on a beach somewhere, I don't mind walking around with a little pink drink and an umbrella in it or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's definitely like a summertime drink. If I'm like out in the sun, like I definitely want something like that.
Yeah. Are you a fan of any of the local breweries or local beers down there in Texas for you guys?
Yeah, so I'm actually a huge fan of just like trying out like different like local beers and stuff.
Yeah.
So like actually our producer lives in Missouri, and so like last time we went out there as a band, we actually went to like a brewery out there, and like at least like me and Tyler like try to feel like the different drinks, and so like I'm all about that.
Hell yeah. Yeah, man, I do love finding me a good local brewery or we got a couple here in town where I live. There's a couple restaurant / breweries, and they change their taps out. I think it's once a month, and they have new stuff, but they keep it local too. I'm in Ohio.
Yeah.
Keeps it local to Ohio. But they do this really cool thing where you get like you ever been to like a Dave and Buster's or something like that, like the big adult arcades, and you get the play card. They basically give you the card, and you're like, let me put $20 on it, and you just go up there and tap the card, and you pay per ounce. So if you just want to try to drink of something before you pour a big old glass, you don't have to pay full price for it.
That's pretty cool.
But my fiance and I, we like to go up there, and we've found some really nice, good local beers. And then then of course the true test is, where can I find it at?
Yeah.
Who sells it? What gas station? No, excuse me, grocery store, whatever has this, because now I want more.
Yeah. At least like I haven't tried any too many local stuff here in Houston. But before I moved out here, when I was in San Antonio, at least for the most part, most of them like sold their stuff like in cans too. So if you wanted to, you could at least like buy like directly from them.
Yeah, some of them we've actually there's one place here in town, they make their own They don't bring they don't bring another local. They have a couple other local, but for the most part they make their own, and you can buy it in the 12-pack, 6-packs. You can get your growler, whatever. That reminds me, we should probably go back up there because they did have one really good beer that I liked. I'll write that down in my little notebook. Diary of a Madman over here, my notebook. Tiffy says, and you know what? Damn it, I was thinking about this too. You guys are great, man. You guys are quick with it. I was thinking about this. They made Disney Punk Goes Pop album. If you guys could get on the next one, what Disney song would you guys cover? Man, I would love to hear Jess sing a Disney song, a Disney princess song. I bet she would. Any of them. I think she would kill it.
Man, I don't know what we would do. I know. So me and Jess's timeline of this event differs because I don't remember. But she said she wanted to do Eye to Eye, like for the longest time. But then Magnolia Park did it. But then like it's not like they did it so good that it's like, now we can't.
Well,
but she always said like she said she told me before they released it, and I was like, oh no, I'm not feeling it. But in my head, which again could be completely wrong, I feel like she told me after, and then I was like, no, Magnolia Park already did it, we can't, or something like that. But so I know she wanted to do Eye to Eye for a while. Man,
you gotta. Are you a Disney guy? Do you like Disney?
Yeah, I do like Disney. I definitely enjoy watching Disney movies. I haven't seen any of like the older like classic Disney movies in a while. So that's what I'm trying to think of. Like, man, what were some like old Disney songs?
Do you have do you have a favorite Disney movie? Or
my favorite Disney movie would probably be like Mulan or something. I don't know why. I just like, enjoy watching.
That's a kick-ass movie. Mulan was badass.
It has to be the animated one, not the.
I haven't seen the live action. I haven't seen the live action one, but
yeah, you're not missing anything. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought when they did the live. My favorite Disney movies, Aladdin or Lion King, but definitely Aladdin is right up there, number one. And I watched the live action one, and I was like, it's all right. You know, like I wasn't 100% disappointed in it, but I was also like, I'll stick to the animated version. You know, that's better. I think that would be fucking dope. I would love to hear Jess. I would love to hear you guys do a rendition of any Disney song for that matter. Just because I think Jess has got a great voice and she would do an amazing job. And then with your guys' pop rock spin on it, would make it sound really fucking cool.
Yeah, man. Now I think I'm just gonna have to bring that up to the band and be like, "Hey, guys."
I'm gonna have to.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to make a request. I'm gonna send a message and make a request. Hey guys, can you do me a favor? Can you do me a solid?
Now I'm just like, now I guess I have an excuse to just go watch every Disney movie.
Yeah, there you go.
For the soundtracks.
Yeah, or you could just go download the soundtracks if you don't want to watch the movie.
Yeah, true. You could do that.
Because there's a lot of movies that are just like, don't worry about it. Some of the older ones are super overrated, but that's just my opinion. That might be because I grew up with 4 sisters and the only boy, so I was inundated with Disney princesses. Like, can I watch a Stallone movie? No, we want to watch Mermaid for the 9 millionth time. And I'm 4 on 1. I'm outvoted. So
yeah.
Blaze, hell yeah, craft beer. Blaze is a craft beer guy. He's one of the guys here on the network.
Nice.
Yeah, he loves him some craft beer.
Yeah.
I'm a novice. There you go, Carlos. Yeah, I think Let It Go would be awesome.
Oh yeah.
As annoying as that song is at times, but yeah, that's a song. I couldn't think of the damn. Thank you, Tiffany. I couldn't think of the damn song from Mulan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to throw the snowman? I think you guys could redo some monkey songs. Sound dope as fuck. That's some old school music right there, please. Unless you're talking about, because you say monkey, and I'm automatically thinking of like the '60s, the Monkees with the British invasion, and the Beatles. Maybe there's another band called Monkey. I don't know. Like, this is about to yell at me. Yeah, no, I think there's a lot of songs that you guys could play with, and do a good job of covering, putting your own little spin on it. I think that's the coolest thing when bands do cover music. Like I said earlier, when they put their own spin on it, they add their own little special touch to it, whether it be instrumentally wise or the vocalist just instead of trying to sound like the original artist, they're like, this is who I am and this is how I sound, so this is how I'm gonna do the song, which could be cool. And okay. Thank you, Liz. I thought I was gonna get yelled at. There's gonna be some weird, obscure stoner band, ICP affiliate, something like that. I thought I was gonna get yelled at. Yeah, I mean, I could see that. The Monkees were kind of just fun. Let's do our music, and if you could steal one famous drummer's skills for a day, who would you pick? Is there a drummer out there that you really look up to, that you really like?
Man, that's kind of tough. There's just so many good drummers out there. I'd probably say someone like Tony Royster Jr. just because he is so just like precise in his movements, and like he is like just tight with the kit, like he can play some incredibly like fast and complicated stuff, and like none of it sounds sloppy. I don't know how he does it.
It just makes it okay. So educate me. Who is he the drummer for?
I don't know if he's like in a band or anything. He's just like a session drummer.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. So he started off. I don't know like his full backstory, but I know he was always like. He started off like pretty young, just like him and his dad going to like Guitar Center or whatever music store was out at the time, and just playing on kits and just ripping it. But yeah, I think for the most part he's really just like a session drummer.
Yeah.
Just does that. Does like clinics or whatever, but yeah, he's just solid.
Oh yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with I know back in the day, like like in country, they called those guys like hitmen. The ones that they just brought them in, whether it was a guitar player or bass player, drummer, or whatever, they would just bring them in for studio recordings or live shows or whatever. They would call them hitmen.
Yeah.
I don't know where that phrase come from, but that's what they called them. I know Dave Grohl's notorious for that, for live shows. Like he's got his go-to guys for the live shows, because a lot of times in the studio it's just Dave Grohl being Dave Grohl, doing everything. But when he's notorious for local artists. If he doesn't have his normal go-to guys, he's like, oh, here's a local guitar player that shreds or whatever. So there's some other bands that do a lot of that. What did you think of Bring Me the Horizon's cover of Wonderwall? This is a band I gotta look up.
Oh, Bring Me the Horizon?
Yeah.
Oh man, they're so good. I actually haven't listened to it fully, so. And I know my girlfriend told me to do it the other day too, and I totally forgot. But I've heard little clips of it, but nothing I haven't heard it fully through. Just what's been on TikTok.
No, okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to look them up. It might be one of those bands that I've heard. I just didn't realize who it was, because I'm notorious for that, especially if I'm in the gym or going on a road trip or just randomly listening to music, because I'll have artists that I like Arliss popped in here earlier, Southern Outlaws band, there, former guest of the show, and now they've become family. basically. We've gotten so close. I'll be listening to them, but it'll be like on a radio station, and then other artists will come in, and I don't know who they are, but I'm like, oh shit, who's this? And I totally forget because I'm doing something else to go to look and see who it is until I hear them again, or somebody brings them up, and I'm like, I don't know if I've heard of them, and then I look them up, and usually one of the first things that I'll do when I look up an artist is go to their most played song, because obviously that's going to probably be the one that I recognize, and then that's what happens. It's like, oh yeah, I know who these guys are. I've heard like 8 of their freaking songs. You know?
Yeah. And like with me, because like I use like Spotify, so like if a song does like pop up, I'm like, oh, this is cool. I gotta remember it. I'll quickly just like try to like it or something. But I'm also like really bad at like remembering to actually go back then and like listen to it or like look at their discography or something.
Mm-hmm.
So I have like my like playlist is just like a bunch of just random songs from like every genre.
Yeah. Well, that's, you know, I have Spotify. Don't use it a lot, but I use YouTube Music. I have the YouTube Premium, and it's the same thing. Problem being is all the guys on the network, we're all on our we all share our YouTube channel. All my kids are on the YouTube channel. Like I'll go there and start looking for song, and I'm like, I got 3 kids. 19, 15, and 11. So I mean, their taste in music is not exactly. So it's like, where the hell did that song go? I liked it, but I can't find it because I got all this random ass shit.
Oh no!
So I have to wait for it to pop back up again, or like I said, especially if I'm at the gym, you know, the last thing I'm gonna do is like I'm right in the middle of working out, like, oh, let me grab my phone and you know look at this artist. So the Monkees were some 60s stoners or a lot of other drugs. Coca-Cola Cat says Tony Royster toured with the. I've heard his name before. I know I have. Toured with the like Jay-Z. Okay. I wouldn't want to say that name these days, but I wouldn't want to be affiliated with him. But I mean, to each your own. You know, he's got a little bit of a Diddy problem. What are some artists you have been listening to lately?
Ooh, lately, a lot of like newer stuff that's been coming out, like the Home Team, Bill Murray. I have like fallen in love with Bill Murray. It's great. Yeah, so kind of like that. Broadside, been loving them.
Does your genre of music? Do you normally stick to one genre, or do you listen to different types of music?
I listen to like a few different types of music. I do mainly stick to like the pop punk, emo, or like heavy stuff. Excuse me. But like I do also have like in like Spotify, like I have like an indie playlist. It's a bunch of just indie stuff.
Nice.
I have one that's like I'm also like really into like folk music and stuff like that.
Yeah, nothing wrong with
that. Which is funny because like I don't really care for country music, but I like folk music. I don't know why. It's just
it's funny you say that, but I've heard people say, "Man, I love bluegrass music. I don't like country."
Yeah.
Or I'm like, it's kind of goes together hand in hand. You know.
Yeah.
I understand. You know, country music is an acquired taste. I think for as big and popular as it is. You know, I grew up listening to it. I also grew up listening to rock. I'm a music whore, so I listen to everything. I am a filthy music slut. So I listen to, my playlist could go from like some Viking death metal band from Finland to Britney Spears to Tupac to like it's very ADHD, my music playlist. So I listen to a little bit of everything, and genres. Sometimes I'm very genre specific, and I'll be in the mood to listen to like 50s music, or you know, 60s, like 50s and 60s doo-wop or Motown or whatever. That you know, other times it's like 80s hair. I love 80s music across the board. You know, any genre of 80s music was great, but like 80s hair bands, man, I'll fucking rock out to some
Warrant or some shit like that. So I'm all over the place when it comes to music. It's just it isn't even like a mood thing. It's just whatever happens to come on. And my playlist will be playing. It's like, now I want to listen to this type of music, and I change up real quick. So
yeah, that's how I am, especially like on road trips or something like that. I'll listen to like a little bit of like all my playlists. So
we got Amigo the Devil is folk music but dark.
Here, check them out.
Yeah. Bill Murray is country adjacent.
Yeah.
I have not listened to Bill Murray yet, but I've heard the name and I've heard people say good things. I feel like I should probably look them up and listen to them.
Yeah, they're so good, and it's like I don't want to call it like country music because it's not, but it's like you can hear like definitely like a country influence, and like even like the guitar playing, it's like country riffs, but all their guitars are just distorted and they're just heavier.
Nice.
So.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Like I said, this is not the first time I've heard that. I'm actually going to, so I don't forget. I'm old school, so I have a notepad. I joke around.
Yeah, even like their live shows, they're so much fun. They're such a good band live.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check them out. That's another thing that speaks volumes about bands, is if they can put on a good show. For you personally, if you go see somebody, is it more about the music, or is it this is a live show in particular, or is it more about the show that they put on for you when you go that makes you kind of enjoy the moment there?
Yeah, I think it's a bit of both, because I definitely, of course, want to hear like the live music and how it sounds and stuff like that. But then like a set will definitely stick out if there is like some type of like theatrics or stuff behind it, or like just like something going on.
Yeah,
I feel like that really does. It puts on a show, like entertains people,
and enhances the
gets the people going.
Yeah, enhances the performance.
Yeah.
And not a performance-enhancing drug, please.
Yeah, because I mean, I've definitely had fun at shows where, it's literally just a band on a tiny stage, but it's, still fun.
Yeah.
Especially like in smaller rooms, like I feel like you get like a good crowd engagement. But then I've also had like fun at like, huge shows where there's, pyro and all types of stuff going on. Drummers flying in the air for some reason.
So, hey, you know what? Like I said, you guys are wild cards, man. I'm telling you, Jess and the guys are very brave, leaving you unsupervised tonight.
Yeah.
You've been very well behaved. I will give you, for a drummer, you've been very well behaved. So I'll give a good report back.
Okay, cool. Yeah, just let my bosses know.
Yeah, he was great, guys. Don't worry about a thing. I mean, he did say this one weird thing that you guys like to do before and after shows, but I won't bring that up again. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm good at making up stories. I can be quite the storyteller. For you as a musician, either as a musician in a band or as a drummer, when you go see other bands, whether no matter if it be a big show or a small hole in the wall venue with a small, do you ever find yourself in the back of your own head like critiquing the band or critiquing the drummer, like why would they do that? That don't make no sense. Have you ever found yourself doing that?
I mean, I would say so. I feel like that's kind of a natural thing for like musicians, is to look at other artists and kind of like see what they're doing. For me personally, though, I feel like I'm more of like a gearhead, and so I'm actually like looking at like, oh, like what are they doing, and like what is that? What does that do? Like stuff like that. So that's like a thing for me. Or like if I'm watching other drummers, it's because I'm probably like heavily checking out like, oh, what cymbals are they using? Or like, oh, that snare sounds so good. Like trying to like see what he's got going on or whatever.
You're good. You're good. I was trying to catch you up being judgy. We were gonna
Oh yeah.
we were gonna call you out for being a judgy.
Yeah.
You can.
No, I'm definitely not the judgy type. Unless
All
you do
drugs.
something that's just like completely weird, then I'm like, okay, that's weird.
Yeah. Well, again, I've been to a lot of concerts in my life, and I've seen a lot of bands do some weird shit. Like
Yeah.
for no reason. Talking to you, Rob Zombie. Great show, but y'all doing some unnecessary shit out of pocket for no reason. Guar, talking to you as well. All drugs are performance enhancing. I hear you play. What's been your favorite performance thus far?
My favorite performance would probably be a show we did in San Antonio where we got to open for the band Set It Off. I don't know if you know them.
I've heard. I think I have heard. It might be on one of my playlists actually.
So that show like always stuck out to me just because like it's probably the most fun I've had at a show just because like the crowd was real welcoming and stuff. Because of course like we're just like the local openers. They're here for like this bigger band that's on tour, but it's like they interacted with us so well. They like got into the music and stuff, and then even the band themselves set it off. Like they were so nice to us. Like talked with us after the show and everything, and it was a good night.
Yeah. So yeah, one of those. That goes back to when you get the opportunity to be on a good, excuse me, whether it be a good festival with other cool bands and the crowd is right, man. It's just like kind of it's that little extra that you need to be like, man, this is what we're doing it for. This is awesome. This is why we do what we do.
Yeah.
How long have you been playing?
I've been playing for about like 12 years now.
I
think I started when I was 17, maybe 16, so maybe a little bit longer. But I know for sure it was definitely like my sophomore year of high school that I started playing drums.
Yeah. Was it just something to do, or did you like, I'm going to be a fucking drummer in a rock band one day?
No, it's funny just because like just from like constantly listening to music, like I would like pick up on beats and stuff like that. And so one day at school, I was literally just like tapping to a song like on my desk, and my friend was like, "Hey, do you play drums?" And I was like, "Not at all." And he was like, "Okay, cool. Well, I'm starting a band. Do you want to play drums?" I was like, "Sure." So then, yeah, I went home and I was like, "Hey, Mom, you're gonna hate this, but can I buy a drum set? It's gonna be really loud and expensive."
Did your mom serve you with an eviction notice?
No, I mean she was super encouraging. So we found one like on Craigslist or whatever, and she took me. We picked it up and all that, and yeah, always let me just practice for like 2 hours a day, like after school or whatever. And yeah, so I just like kind of taught myself, which is why I'm not that great, but do what I can.
Hey man, some of the best musicians out there are self-taught, man. There's a lot of musicians out there that I've known a couple of my ex-wife, my ex-father-in-law, I guess you would say, was an amazing musician. Could play any instrument and couldn't read a lick of music. And he taught himself how to play. He was a singer. He did mainly bluegrass, but he could play the banjo, the guitar, bass, drums, steel guitar. Man, I mean, you put an instrument in his hand, and he could play it, and he was all self-taught, and it was just like, but he couldn't read a lick of music. He could not read a lick of music, man. I'm like, but there's been other artists that you hear throughout history that couldn't play. I mean, you got a guy like Jimi Hendrix who was left-handed, couldn't get a left-handed guitar, so he learned to play guitar upside down.
Yeah.
So I mean,
yeah.
Shout out to the lefties. Let's go. Those are my people.
Yeah, like I can like hear a song and then be like, okay, yeah, I got this. But yeah, you hand me like a drum chart, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
This is like an alien language to me.
Nice. Tiviaska, have you ever had a drum break mid-performance?
Actually, yeah. There was one show we were playing, and I had just changed out the snare wires on my snare, but like the little plastic that holds it to like the butt plate and the throw off, they were like pretty old, and like the ones that came with were string. I don't really like string to hold up my snare wires, so like I'm just gonna use the old ones. It's fine. And we're in like the middle of a song, and I noticed I was like, why does my snare sound like shit? Like it's just like a funk sound. I was like, something happened to my snare wires, and sure enough, like the plastic that was on the butt plate side like snapped, and so my whole snare just like fell and was no longer, on my bottom head. So like, oh crap! Like, what am I gonna do? So I quickly tried to like tape it real quick, but it was like it wasn't enough like tension to actually still sound like a snare. But thankfully, one of the other drummers that was playing was like, "Oh, I have a snare that you can use," so we quickly like swapped it out. But that was still like the moment I was like, man, if he wasn't there, like to see it, it was like I would have just played the whole rest of the show with a thumpy snare.
Don't worry, it happens to guys all the time.
Yeah,
it's not just
so
you.
So immediately after that show, I bought like the plastics and then also backups so that in case those snap, I have them with me now.
Hell yeah!
So
Hell yeah,
I learned my lesson.
That's it. Gotta learn from your mistakes, man.
Yeah.
Not that you made a mistake; it was out of your hands. Sometimes things just happen, man. That's the rock star life for you, brother.
Yeah, especially when it comes to drums. Drums just break, especially like cymbals. Yeah. Like, not looking forward to when they start cracking on me.
What's the life expectancy for a cymbal? For you?
I don't know. It just depends. So lately, I've been playing Sabian cymbals, and they've been lasting me for quite a while. I know my hi-hats are now like starting to break. Like at least the top one, I've got a good like 1 inch like crack on it maybe. And I think I first saw like the hairline fracture maybe a year ago. So it's only spread about 1 inch, over the course of a year. So it's not like crazy bad, but it's definitely it's slowly getting there.
So when you get a crack like that, does it throw the sound off at all, or does it still sound normal?
Yeah, it depends really on like where the crack like in the cymbal is. Like on the hi-hats, it's not too noticeable just because already it's like you got the two cymbals hitting each other, so like that kind of like sound of like the metal rubbing against each other, it's already kind of hidden. But I've definitely had like an old ride cymbal that cracked like right in the middle of the body, and that one you could actually hear. It sounded like I had like a sizzler on it or something, so it had like an extra like metally ring to it. So, and that one was like, yeah. Once they got too far, I was like, yeah, okay, yeah, this is just trash now.
Yeah, Tiffany, appreciate you being here tonight, being in the chatter's box. Don't be a stranger here on the network. We got lots of different shows, and I'm here every Tuesday night interviewing different artists. So you are always welcome in the chat box. Feel free to hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications. We definitely appreciate you being here tonight. So before we get out of here, because I just realized the time, what do you guys got coming up? Obviously, we know you got new music you're working on. You got any other shows that are going to be coming up here soon that you want to let the people know about?
Yeah, so we have a pretty big one in San Antonio where we're opening up for the Millionaires. I don't know if many people will remember them, but they were huge, especially back in like the Warped Tour days and stuff. And I was actually really excited because like I got to see them last year at When We Were Young Fest. Nice. We went to like a sideshow and they were there, and I was like, that show was just so much fun too. Like they have a lot of energy, their crowd interaction is great. Yeah, and it's just a fun time.
I think I may have seen them once or twice at the Warped Tours.
Yeah,
back in the day, because I used to go to Man, if it was a music fest, I was going to it. So,
Yeah.
So I may have seen them back in the day a couple times, at least once. That's cool. I mean, what you guys get nervous for shows like that, or were you guys nervous like this past weekend? You guys played with Hawthorne Heights, and I know they're pretty big. You guys get nervous before a show like that, or?
I don't know about like everyone else, but like for me personally, I get nervous before every show because it's just like I want to make sure I'm doing good every time and stuff like that. And it's like and because too, it's always gonna be like a different crowd, except for like those people that really do want to come out and see us.
Yeah.
For the most part, it's always a different crowd. So it's like, oh, how are they gonna like receive us, and if they're gonna like our music and stuff like that. So yeah, for me, it's just I'm nervous every time until like I'm actually on stage. Like until I hit that first note, I'm just like stressing out the entire time. But like once I'm like in the moment, I'm usually good, and I'm like, I don't know why I was nervous.
Yeah, right. I get that. I used to get like that, and I still do every once in a while. Right before we do before we do a show, every once in a while I still get a little nervous. Get the little butterflies in my belly, but as soon as I hit that live button, it's like game on, man. I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm in host mode. Let's do this shit. Let's rock and roll.
Yeah. Then I'm in my own little world.
Yeah, it's like I've been doing this long enough. I'm prepared for anything that comes my way. And I'm sure, for instance, your drum breaking. Like you could have went into full freak out panic mode, but we'll make it work one way or another. I might be funking my way through the night, but we'll make it work.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome, man. I do got to say, man, it was awesome hanging out with you. Tell Jess she owes me one.
Yeah, for sure. Next time she'll be.
Yeah, I would love to have you guys back up sometime. As you guys progress and when you got new stuff coming out, don't hesitate to. We're one DM away. We're here to help you guys in any way we can, promoting new music, playing new music. Which reminds me, as long as you don't mind, we're going to continue to play your guys' music here on the network. We play a lot of music. Sure. We have a lot of different shows here on the network. I think we're up to 9 shows a week. And basically almost all the shows play music. We take breaks, whatever, and we play music. So I would love to keep on playing your guys' stuff as long as it's all right with you.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we appreciate that a lot. So,
and I'm working slowly. I got a lot on my plate, but I'm slowly working on a Spotify playlist that is only my former guests.
Oh, okay.
So again, if it's all right with you guys, I would love to add you guys to it. Once it's somewhat completed, I'm going to throw it out there and it'll grow. And then I'm going to also do a little side list for brand new music as you guys, as the artists drop new music, so that it's quick and easy to find. But I would love to add you guys to that as well. So
yeah, for sure. That helps us out a ton. So
a little melting pot of music. So yeah, like I said, doors open, man. I would love to have you guys up here again. I'd love to get the opportunity to talk to you again, maybe talk to Jess and the guys as well. And like I said, but anything we can do, help promote a show, help promote music. I know we're out. Our guys we're all kind of scattered everywhere, but we got a little bit of an audience that from all over the place that watch and listen to us. So might be able to help you out on some of those shows, but definitely help you out on the music part of it. Before we get out of here, I always like to ask my guests for like a final thought. It could be words of wisdom or something that you kind of quote that somebody told you a long time ago that always resonates in your head, or something you heard. If you'd like to drop that on the audience.
I would just say keep supporting local music. Every band was a local band at one point, so doesn't hurt to go out to the small shows, show some support. Bands love that kind of stuff, and it helps us out like way more than
Oh yeah, definitely support the local guys. I'm gonna play one more song. You're more than welcome to hang out if you want. I'm gonna play one more song from you guys, and then I'm gonna do my closing spiel, and then I'm gonna end the show. You're more than welcome to hang out, or if you want, you can dip the hell out of Dodge while the song's playing.
Yeah, hop out for the night. So
All right. I appreciate you being here, brother. Best of luck to you guys. And I'm going to be looking out for the new music and all that stuff. We'll definitely be playing it here on the network. So I definitely appreciate it, man.
Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks for having us again. So
absolutely, you're welcome. Welcome back anytime. Like I said, I'll hit you guys up. Maybe we can set something up again down the road, and have you guys come back up and hang out again. Maybe when Jess or the guys can make it as well. So
yeah, for sure.
Have a little bullshit session. All right, let me find this song. And again, man, have a great night. Definitely appreciate you. And here, last song of the night, Perfect Circle, y'all. Check them out. You can find them everywhere at not Perfect Circle. What am I thinking? Perfect Season.
Yeah,
you can find them. Yeah, perfect. Totally different band. Totally different genre too. Perfect Season. You can find them everywhere at Perfect Season Official. Go show them some love. Give them a follow. Let them know we sent you. And here is the last song of the night with Fight or Flight.
This is everything I'd hoped it would be, and this is everything I'd ever dreamed of, 'cause this feels like home to me. Can you tell me what it's like to be in love?
I was jamming along. The music just cut out. Anyways, all right. Don't mind me. I'm over here just doing my thing, jamming out. Shout out again to Perfect Season. You guys can follow them everywhere. Perfect Season Official. Go give them a follow. Give them a like. Give them a share. Definitely appreciate y'all being here. Chattersbox, you guys were fucking awesome tonight. Definitely appreciate y'all. Yeah, and you guys slid right in there into the co-host seat, man. You guys are awesome. Love the interaction. Hopefully you guys hit that subscribe button, give us a follow, and check out some of the other shows here on the network. Man, I had fun as always. I love doing this show. Y'all don't know how much I enjoy doing this show. I really do. That's no secret. It's probably my favorite night of the week. But enough of that. Thank you guys again. Thank you, Alfonso, coming on here, representing Perfect Season. If you guys are in the Texas area and you get a chance to go see them, go give them some love. Go support them. If you can't, support the music by listening to it. Follow them on social media. That goes a long way.
especially for these up and coming bands, these new artists and stuff like that. And they love the support, and they love meeting and seeing new fans, listening to their music. So, again, just thank you guys for partaking in this show. If you're not already, though, go give us a follow as well. We are everywhere. Facebook, Instagram, X, and TikTok. Shows are live Monday through Sunday on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. Chatter's Box is always open. You guys are always welcome to get in the Chatter's Box and chat up with us. We'd like to keep you guys engaged and interactive. And you can listen anytime, any place on all your podcasting platforms, Spotify, Apple, and TuneIn. I think we're on TuneIn. I think we're on iHeart. Those are just some of the bigger ones. A lot of the smaller platforms were there as well. Just look up Nonsensical Network or look up the show name. You'll find us. Give us a follow, give us a like, give us a share. And don't forget to keep smashing them like buttons. We appreciate that. And don't be shy in the comments section on our social. And don't forget, head on over to bio.link/nonsensical network. All those links are there, including a link where you can get your nonsensical swag. You want a hoodie, a shirt, maybe a cup, maybe other things as we progress. You can go to Beauty and the Beard Creative Corner. That link is on our bio link. She's on Facebook and Instagram. Give her a follow, give her a like, and let her know what you want. You can get her show. You know, if you want one show, you want Glick's House of Music shirt or something like that, we can get you that. Or if you want a network or something, just let us know what show you want, and we can get it to you. Or if you just want your own personalized stuff, whatever it is that you want, she'll get you taken care of. Beauty and the Beard Creative Corner. Go give her a follow and a like while you're at it. And, not only can you help support us, small podcasters, local musicians, and small businesses. And it's free. Well, you can't buy merchandise free, but support is free. But with that being said, make sure you tune in tomorrow night. Jeff and I will be back with What the Fuck News. If it's in the news and it makes us say what the fuck, we're going to talk about it. And we're going to make fun of stupid people. Why? Because it's fun to make fun of stupid people. Because they're stupid. And they deserve to be made fun of. The rest of the shows throughout the week. Mondays, kicking off at 6 p.m., we have Speedway Stories and Cold-Blooded Conversations. That is hosted by Wally. And it's all motorsports and reptiles. Not at the same time. But that's what he covers. I think he's got a guest coming up here in a couple weeks. I don't know what they're going to be talking about, but he's got a guest coming up, I think. Tuesday, right after Wally on Monday, is Men Caring for Men. It's a men's mental health podcast. It's all about life, man. Daily struggles, relationships, kids, finances, just the shit that men go through. So that is Men Caring for Men. Tuesday nights is this show right here, Glick's House of Music. As of right now, I have no guests lined up for next Tuesday. So if it stays that way, you guys will be in for a treat, because I might have to holler at my boy Blaze and see if he's down to do a Glick and Blaze mixtape here on Glick's House of Music. And basically all that is us playing some music from former guests and talking music. All things music. Some of our favorite concerts that we've gone to, favorite bands, artists, whatever the case may be. It's a music-related show. Maybe we'll reach out to some former guests and see if they want to pop through and say hello. We'll open it up. It'll be an open panel conversation, but who knows? I don't know what's going on next Tuesday yet. Wednesday nights, as I said earlier, is What the Fuck News. Just having fun with the news. Jeff and I talking. And apparently a fan favorite at the end of every news show is the Penis Report. I don't know why it's become a thing, but it's really got my algorithm looking real suspect. Or my search history, I should say. Thursday nights is kind of an open slate right now. We're working on a couple ideas. We're not sure, but Thursdays are kind of an off night for the time being here. Friday nights is Nonsense and Chill. That's Blaze and Jeff. Watching movies, talking about movies, doing a little trivia night from time to time. Yours truly is the reigning defending champion. Currently in the standings, I'm in first place. Yeah, I know. That's all I do, baby, is win, 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 win.
and other things movie related. Blaze and Jeff, Friday nights, Nonsense and Chill. Saturdays, first thing Saturday is Cash's Corner. We kick that off about noon. That's Cash and myself. Cash is my youngest, and him and I are big wrestling fans. So we spend about an hour talking a little wrestling, a little WWE, if you will. And having a good time with that. And then Saturday nights, it gets a little crazy. It gets a little weird, a little unhinged. Our cornerstone show, the flagship show here on the network, Nonsensical Nonsense. It's exactly what it is. 6 hours of complete anarchy. The inmates take over the asylum. We do a little thing called the Open Door Challenge, where we're crazy enough to drop the link in the chat and challenge you guys to click that link and come up and hang out with us. We don't care who you are. We don't care where you're from. All we ask is that you don't put your pecker or any of your other genitalia on your camera, because we don't want to see it. Come up, have fun, have a good time, have a couple drinks. It's the Open Door Challenge on Saturday night, Nonsensical Nonsense. And then we wrap the week up with Unnecessary Roughness. That is our sports show. It was all football, but me and the guys have had so much fun covering football all season that now we're going to go into a full-fledged sports, and we're going to cover all sports, baby. And I do mean all sports. Baseball, hockey, boxing, MMA, softball, women's basketball, Olympics, whatever. If it's sports related, we're going to talk about it. That's our lineup currently. We're always looking to add new things, maybe new shows, maybe new faces. We're looking to grow. Anybody out there that's listening, if you have a favorite band local to your area and you want to reach out and say, hey, Glick, these guys are awesome, you should check them out and maybe have them on your show, let me know. Any of you artists that I've had on here, same thing. Let me know. I'm always looking for new guests. Always down to get a heads up on a band or an artist. Don't be shy. Would love to check out their music and possibly have them on here. Worst case scenario, I find a new band that I enjoy to listen to, or a new musician that I enjoy listening to. So if that's the worst case scenario. But with that being said, y'all know the drill. Appreciate you being here. Be good, but be good at it, baby. And we'll see you next time. Tune in tomorrow night, 7 p.m.
Nonsensical network, different flavor every day. Movie talks, new flicks hitting the display. Microphone magic, musicians spill the praise. From reptiles to motorsports, burning rubber craze. Football clashes, touchdowns, epic plays. New spinning, catching on the latest phase. Gleaming cars, engines roaring up the pace. Street tales, urban stories we embrace. Tune in, every week diverse. Groove to the beats, let the rhythm immerse. Lyrics flowing, ciphers full of verse. Nonsensical network, feel the universe. Interviews buzzing, stars in the circuit. Worlds a tapestry, pieces we interpret. Hip-hop to rap, the flow never stagnant. Reptilian tales, nature's arrangement. Cars with muscle, engines with might. Motorsports roaring, speed in the night. Discussions heated, always a delight. Network of nonsense, but the vibe's just right. Tune in, wait for that beat. Flow so seamless, feeling so sweet. Urban grooves, rhythm from the street. Nonsensical network, always on repeat.